Hey everybody, this is Jerry Carlin, and I'm here to talk about what is a panist. What is that? Because it's been asked a couple times in some different YouTube chats, so I guess I'll be answering what is a panist. And I was joking. I was with Pastor Robert Furrow. I was telling him, I was trying to actually say because there was a debate between Calvinism and Arminianism, so I was trying to say, are you a Panminianist? But I just decided it was simple, so I said panist, and people started asking, "Oh, what's a panist?" Oh, a panist is basically one that says it'll all pan out in the end. I don't care. For example, it's basically it's good to use on different issues, like issues with salvation that are not issues that are not salvation issues, basically secondary issues, like for example, like did Adam and Eve have a belly button or not? That'll all pan. I'm a pan button. It'll all pan out in the end. Most people, it's a position of I don't care. Or how about we hear all kinds of miracles and about people being saved from tornadoes, people that survived falling off a cliff, people that survived being sick with cancer and then they become healed. And then we always ask, why is God healed some and not others? And then there's different debates. Oh, they didn't have enough faith, or but I don't believe that, or it's for some reason God allowed it and we won't understand. And that's pretty much the position I take. And it's basically that's basically it'll all pan out in the end. Why some, why God heals some and not others. Same with financial blessings. There's some why are some privileged and not others? Like it says the poor, we will always have the poor with us. Why? Why are some why do some get to grow up with a silver spoon and why do others get to sometimes have to work jobs they don't like and still it's still hard for them to make ends meet, and they have no internet, no electric, nothing. And also same with how come God sometimes allows people that have gone through riches to go through poverty, or people who've gone through severe poverty to go through riches? Why does God bless some and not others? And sometimes it's like, sometimes we think, oh, is God teaching them a lesson not to be a selfish jerk? But then again, there are selfish jerks that are rich, and there are selfish jerks that are poor. So which is so it's kind of it'll all pan out in the end. Why? I mean, it's a sad situation, but we don't really know the answer. But God is in control. We just have to trust in God. And same with pre, mid, and post trib. That's that saying. It'll all pan out in the end. But I think that I do agree with Pastor Robert Furr. I think that's a cop out. I think to say that it'll just all pan out in the end, I think that's a dangerous position as well. On certain positions, like I one time asked somebody in the Pentecostal movement, "What's your viewpoint on the death penalty?" And he said, "Oh, that's not really important. It's an issue of It's not an issue of salvation. So it'll all pan out in the end." Um, Maybe, but I think you should still have some type of a position. Like what do you like? I believe that if somebody murders somebody, and I do believe in that part of the aspect of the law, if somebody is like a serial killer and murders somebody, wouldn't you want the death penalty for that person? Yeah, I forgive the person, but still, and to not really take a position and say, it'll all pan out in the end. Well, do you forgive, or should we end that person's life? It'll all pan out in the end. Only God knows. Well, you can do that, but then what about positions like the Trinity? Do you believe you can go so far as to believe what you believe in the Bible? Like, is the Bible God's authority, or should we just listen? Should we not read the Bible at all? Well, that'll all pan out in the end. And you get to a point of being lukewarm, neither hot or cold. So I think, so yeah, that position that it'll all pan out in the end, it originated as a joke, but now it has become a popular position because people don't want to argue and they just want to get along. And I understand that. That's normal. But when it comes to issues of salvation and serious issues, false doctrines within the church, it's not an will it all pan out in the end issue. It's an important issue that we need to take a side. We need to take sides in certain matters. Certain matters, yeah, that are secondary issues, it'll all just pan out in the end. Even women teaching in the church or not teach, I don't think that's an issue of salvation. I have my own position. I believe women can and teach in the church, but people will disagree with me, and that's okay. It's not an issue of salvation. And if you want to say, you know what, I don't care, it'll all pan out in the end, that's fine too. But when we have these different viewpoints that are necessary and are just not secondary issues, they are issues of salvation, like the Trinity. What do you believe about the Trinity? What do you believe about the Bible? What do you believe about Jesus dying for your sins? Those are important. We shouldn't say, it'll all pan out in the end. We should take a position. So, thank you and God bless. That's what panism is. That's what a panist is.